What's good with you? Back in black with some more constructive criticism for Enlisted. To be more precise, I wanted to talk about incentivizing team play in this game. Before I get into it, I want to ask you guys to please hit that subscribe button and hit that like button if you like shooters like I do. It really helps me out as a small YouTuber trying to grow, and it helps spread the video around. So win-win. I appreciate you, and it'll also make sure the teammates you get have they actually play the objective and stuff like that. Because most of the teammates in this game are kind of bad if you solo queue. Anyways, the reason I even mention anything about team play in this game is because more often than not, the randoms that are usually assigned to your team will end up going like 2 and 17, or you know, one guy, and you might even be this guy. You will have like an absurd amount of kills and still lose at the end to a team that literally has like less people on it. And to me, like, I can't really like wrap my head around the concept of losing to a team that has less people on it as a good player. Like, you yourself as a good player, and you're on a team and you're losing to a team that has less people on it. Like, all you can really think to do is look at the other team and be like, yo, what is going on? I have a bunch of kills, a bunch of caps, a bunch of everything, and we still lost, and I don't understand. And the reason for that is because this is a team game and you literally cannot do anything on an individualistic level. So yeah, man, I don't quite understand how. All that really indicates to me is that a couple of things actually. The first is that the other team obviously has smarter players on it. The second is that no matter how many kills you get, you can still lose, even if you have more people on your team, obviously. And this became very apparent to me in this game due to a lot of like landslide victories and like crushing defeats, and like I would find myself doing good in like all these games, but like the way I would win or lose would feel so like overwhelming in a sense due to just the teammates that are on my team. So maybe a team balancer would be cool. I don't know. Let me know how you guys feel about a team balancer in the comments, or even if there's one present in the game, because I don't think so. The third and probably the biggest conclusion that I drew from my observations of playing this game is that Enlisted should probably find some ways to get just your average player around the objective and like doing more team-oriented things. A quick example I came up with in my head real quick was like one of the most powerful tools in the game is the rally point or the spawn beacon, whatever you want to call it, right? So to get people to use that more often, tapping into my like psychology from high school here, like something that would really get people to use it more often is actually giving them positive reinforcement. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only thing I need personally is seeing a victory flash across my screen at the end of the game, and I know I did a good job. You know what I'm saying? But to your typical random or average player, or somebody who's just trying this game out for the first time, there's nothing telling them that, hey, making rally points and making like ammo boxes, or they're not there's nothing telling the game there's nothing in the game telling them that they're doing something really helpful and something really good. So like you could perhaps like award folks some like points every time they like spawn on your rally point, or like something I would also like to see is players being rewarded for making ammo boxes, like I said earlier. This is something that for the most part I only see happen when there's like an engineer and they're like looking out for themselves or their own squad and their own ammo supply. It's not very often that I see somebody putting one down in the middle of a bunch of blue dots like, hey, I know you guys need this, or you're going to need it eventually, since so yeah, speaking to the ammo boxes, and like I would just like to see them take like a page out of like Battlefield's book and like make some points like flash on the screen when you're doing something like that's really good for the team. That's the very productive ammo and spawn beacons. Those are two things that are very productive for the team, especially in Enlisted. So let the players know that they're doing something good. Another addition I would like to see that could incentivize team play in this game is adding like I don't even know why this isn't in the game, but adding a medic class to the game is something that would be very, very positive and would bring that whole team atmosphere together even more, especially in a team oriented game like this. So currently, as it is, you can heal yourself if you have med packs, obviously. You can obviously also heal your squad mates if they go down, but I bet a lot of you guys didn't even know this, but you can actually heal the randoms on your team too. So if you see somebody down, you just go up to them and you tap the square or whatever your respective revive button is, and you can heal them too. But I'm 90% sure, unless you're like on PC. I know a lot of you guys don't do this on console, so fun fact. And I would definitely encourage you to take advantage of that. But this again is something that I have only seen happen in game to me personally, like once, where I got revived by like a random teammate. That other than that, I have never seen it happen, and I've done it a couple times, obviously. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking about it. But just want to let you guys know that was a thing, like I said. So yeah, man, he gave me a helpful accolade and everything. But to get basically getting back on track, a medic class or a class that specializes in healing others could be something that would, help foster a more cooperative gaming experience in Enlisted, especially if you reward them for all the heals and stuff like that. Like, oh, you revived a teammate, here's another 100 points, or just make it pop up on the screen, bro. Like I said, it's not that hard to, make somebody feel good for what they're doing in game. And now that I think about it, this is kind of like a staple if you honestly ask me. Like think back to like when you play Call of Duty and you shoot somebody and you see the big yellow 100 plus pop up on your screen. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like it fires off your dopamine and it lets you know you're like, oh, I'm doing good things. So if you do something like that for the stuff that's very helpful and enlisted, again, it'll be very good for the player base overall. Going back to what I was saying about the medic class, I also feel that it also fits the whole aesthetic of enlisted in general. Like we're not just gonna sit here and pretend like medics weren't also a big part of battles in the battlefield and like morphine and syringes and stuff like that. I don't know. I just feel like it's something that should be in the game. So drop a like if you guys would like to see a medic oriented class in the game. I don't know why there's not one. But yeah, man. Basically what I was getting at is that actions that contribute to a team winning should be recognized, and people should put more emphasis on stuff like that. Um, all I ever see that's accounted for is kills, assists, vehicle destroys, captures, and defends on the objective. Which I mean, those are good too. I'm not saying to take those out, but there's a lot more stuff that contributes to a team winning that is not showing up on the stat sheet like in the NBA. Like if you play basketball, like those like hustle stats that never show up. You know what I'm saying? Same concept. Rally points and ammo boxes and like stuff like that. Those revives, those are all like hustle points that really contribute to a win, but it's not accounted for in the main scoreboard. So to let people know they're doing a good job is something that would just help the player base overall. I'm just trying to think of ways to cut down on the senseless games of like losing with more teammates and winning with less teammates, because nobody wants to play like a game where you're just getting landslide victories all the time and like crushing defeats if you lose the other time. You know what I'm saying? It's not, I don't know, kind of weird. And yeah, I guess what I was getting at is that it just seems to be more about engagement. The players need to feel engaged and like their dopamine sensors need to fire off and they need to feel like they're doing something and being rewarded for the stuff that they're doing. If it actually contributes, of course. If you're a bad player, you're a bad player. That's just that at the end of the day. Watch some tip videos or something like that. But yeah, anywho's, these are just my thoughts and opinions. I would like to know what you guys think down in the comments, and like what other ways, what other methods would you think of to improve the gameplay experience with randoms and like just team play in general in Enlisted. Thank you guys so much for watching. That's pretty much all I had as far as like the video goes. And drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed my thoughtful commentary. I'll see you guys in the next video. Black guy out. Yeah, you know that? They said you got parkour.